Hello, this is The Way of Fairness. My name is Stephen Childs. I was listening to a video by Lisa Miller's being interviewed, and I really appreciate her work. She's a scientist, and she's connecting the dots that link to miracles, in a word. God consciousness, spirituality. And she has a story, an anecdotal story in her own experience that blows your mind about her trying to get a baby. And I won't tell you anymore. I encourage you to look into her, and you could do a search on the miracle of her getting a child, something like that. It involves animals doing strange things that are part of the message being given to her. I know that that's real. I know that the animals are every bit as connected to what we call spirit, to God, as are humans, probably more so. Humans have our learned knowledge in the way, so we have to unlearn that. So she explains how her ego had to be broken down. That's what happened with me. I was listening to a video Ibn Arabi telling about we're fallen, we fall. And so you fall, like, I'm saying this in my own words, you fall face first and you're looking right at the earth, at the dust. That's where you're going, back to the earth, completely broken. So then, that's a story of ego death. It humbles you, so we're humbled. And once you realize that you need help from higher power, then you're on the right track. You can't do it yourself. You can try all you want, and then something will bring you to your knees or face plant you into the dirt. Might even eat some dirt. Okay, so if you haven't had any miraculous experiences, you might find it interesting what I think about materialism versus spirituality. This is where we have the big conflict. Lisa Miller's against materialism because it's not spiritual. And so what I think spiritual is of the mind. So humans and animals, those things with brains, have minds. That's what spiritual is. A rock does not have a mind. So it's material. So I don't see any difference than that. So yes, I'm a spiritual person. In other words, I have a mind. So we use too many words and people are all confused. What are we even talking about? What are we fighting about? So what she means by materialism, materialists, they're egotistical. They're not about caring about other people. They're selfish, they're greedy. So we could say it differently by saying people need to stop being selfish and greedy and care about each other and not do each other wrong. We could say it that way. Become spiritual. So if we don't, we're doomed. She explains it in so many words that it doesn't work unless people become spiritual. Love one another, don't do each other wrong. I keep emphasizing that. That's more important than anything else. You can love someone and do them wrong if you're greedy and selfish. So from science, we learned that the brain has functions that correlate with thoughts. Even like feelings of love towards someone causes an activity in the brain. We can see with MRIs a lot of this stuff. We can even see where a certain word is used. It's amazing. So we came up with the idea that the mind is a product of the brain. And now we're arguing with people saying, no, the mind is not inside the body, not just inside the brain. The mind is everywhere. Well, that's what science says. It's entanglement, quantum entanglement. So the mind is everywhere. They say the mind must necessarily be the cause of physical reality. I don't think so. I think physical reality is the mind. And there's only one thing. Monism. One thing. It's physical. So am I a materialist? See what I mean? We're getting stuck on definitions of words and what words we're using instead of getting common ground and saying, what are we really talking about here? So, I'm not necessarily an atheist if you know what I mean by God. God is creation, and there's no creator. The creation is God, and God is creation, or the creator is creation, and the creation is the creator. There's not something separate from creation. Or you can say there's only creation and nothing else, because creation as it is, it's self-creating. People write books. We create. Gravity causes activity on the cosmic level, and so forth. So it's not a still picture. It's a dynamic, changing thing. So creation and creator are one. And it's just called creation. So all there is creation. There's no creator of creation. It's God. God is creation. And there's no creator of God. So that's what I'm specifically talking about. Now I'm challenging the rest of the world to tell us what you're really talking about here. And tell us why we can't, or why we can, make the World Fairness Agreement happen. Let's do it. Let's make the law of fairness so that our government is required by the people to make laws that are fair and to be fair. And the people are required to be fair to the government. See, most people are just like, the government's the problem. No, it's everybody. It's all the people. The people are the government. Every place we have conflict, somebody's done someone wrong at the root of it. And then we get tribes involved. My group is going to fight your group because you did somebody in my group wrong, like gang street fights, like gangs. That's what goes on in gangs. Somebody did somebody in the other gang wrong. So, we're defending our own team. We defend our own family. We defend our own loved one. We die for them. See, and we do. We're killing each other over somebody did us wrong. And over, some people think they have the right. They even have the nerve to say God gave them this right to do you wrong, because you're not one of them. What kind of God is that? A God that cares about you but not the other people. Well, what if he doesn't care about you and he cares about the other people? Then what? So we're arguing about what Jewish people mean. See, this is a place where people have interpreted things and it's got all out of whack. They had to defend themselves and the other tribes had to defend themselves. Why? Because tribes are killing tribes. Well, let's stop doing that. Let's stop doing each other wrong. On every level, from the individual up to the religions and the governments and the gangs and the groups. So I try to find a way to interpret in a way that makes sense, that might have actually been somebody's actual inspiration that got mixed up. Like we try to interpret our dreams. We don't know what they mean until later when it happens in the world. And then you know why you was given that dream. It's precognitive. And people like even Carl Jung, he's interpreted in a specific way. That's good in generality, but he didn't talk about precognition. He didn't talk about, maybe he did, but he talks about synchronicity. So that's God giving you a message. When something is synchronicity, God sent an animal to give you the message. It blows your mind that God is interacting in our world and showing you things. And Carl Jung called it synchronicity. There's no cause of it. Well, there's the cause of it. It's God is the cause of it. Creation causes it as it's one thing. It's one mind. And who cares if it manifested from physical no mind or whether the mind causes the physical universe? Why does it matter? We're here and we're killing each other still. So you can believe that and it's not a problem, but if you believe you're special people so you should steal somebody else's land because you're the true Jewish people, I think they misunderstood. I think the true Jewish people, the true Zion, the people that are going to get all the land, are the people that are fair. And it's not through force. We just invite everybody to join us.